Hey guys, Ahmed here. So today's live stream is gonna be a recorded one because I'm outside with a friend. Today is Diwali's Eve. We just came out to have some dinner. So here I am. I'm in Little India, Singapore. It's a place where you can get most of the Indian foods and hang out. Most of the Indians hang out here, so it's kind of like a little India. So the name says that. So today's topic was about entrepreneurship. So how do you start your own online business? When it comes to starting an online business, there are a lot of things, right? So if you looked at my episode 1, I spoke about getting a mentor and reading books and why should you read books and stuff like that. Oh, sorry, that's episode 2, right? So the whole point is you need to learn the shortcuts to really create your own business. Hey, my food is here. So, yeah, Tandoori Naan and mutton keema. How's that? Yeah, delicious. So I'm just waiting for my friend to arrive. So yeah, we were talking about business, creating your own online business, and what are the steps to start with that. The number one step, if you are switching from a day job to a business, is to have the right mindset. This is something that I struggled with for a long time. What happens is that if you don't get into the mindset, okay, we are so used as day jobbers, we are so used to get a paycheck every month. We don't go and ask money to anybody, right? So we are always we work 9 to 5, and every month you get a paycheck, which is automatically deposited to your bank account, right? So you don't really go and ask anybody, hey, pay me $1,000 or $5,000 or $6,000, you know, or 10,000 rupees or whatever your currency is, right? You don't go and ask every month, but rather it's paid to you automatically, right? You go, turn up 9 to 5, you do a good job, you're being paid, otherwise you're fired. So it's a completely different world when it comes to business. When it comes to business, initially when I tried starting a business was I didn't concentrate on my target market, right? I didn't concentrate on the customer, rather I focused on the product. I wanted to create a product because it was useful. I thought it was useful, and then I went and created the product. What I didn't do is that I didn't check whether there is demand for this product, whether anybody really wants this product or not. So they took a survey of all the failed companies, right? If you know the statistics, 70% of the companies closed down in 5 years. 70% of the companies which are started closed down in 5 years. And 95% of them close down in the next 5 years. That is within a 10-year range. 95% of the companies that are started today are going to be closed down, and only the 5% actually survive. So they did a study of why these companies fail, why these companies get closed down. It's essentially because they didn't find a product market fit. Right? So this is the number one reason that businesses are closed down. What is product market fit? It's really that you have a product and you have a demand for it, right? So do you know that your market really wants this product that you're creating, or you're sourcing, or you're gonna sell, or anything, right? So do you have a demand for this? Usually there is no demand for the products that we create. So this is the number one mistake that I did in my failed ventures. I tried to start at least 5 different product ideas, and trying to pitch people and make them buy from me after I created the product. But nothing turned out well, because everything turned out to be a failure because I didn't do the market study. So this is the most important step in starting an online business, or offline for that matter, right? You need to find a product market fit. So how do you start? How do you find a product market fit? It's by really studying your target market, right? So for example, you want to start a thank you. So you want to start a let me think of an example. You wanna create a mobile app, okay? Or you wanna start a gift company, gift retail shop, right? So what really matters is that it's not the gifts that matter. What matters is that, do you have people who have the money to buy those gifts from your shop, right? So you won't actually go to a village where there are like 100 people and they haven't really heard about any of, they don't have this fashion of gifting other people or whatever. Like, they don't have the money to spend, right? Their earning is like, every day they earn like $5 a day or whatever. Who's gonna buy from your gift shop? So if you go and open a gift shop in such a place, it's definitely a failure, right? So the right way to start is to find your market first. So find your market. That's the number one step, right? So find your market. How can you find your market? Find a market that's relevant to you. Find a market that you can find easily, like, which is accessible for you, or I would call it like low-hanging fruits. Like, what low-hanging fruits can you eat now, right? It could be that you are focused on you have access to a lot of day jobbers. Then go and ask them, like, you have potential customers from them, like, go and ask them, like, hey, what is your number one challenge? Or, hey, I'm actually trying to start something in this space. What are you actually what is the challenge that you're facing? What are the problems that you have in this market, and what challenges are you facing in this area of your life? Or say, for example, if it's gifting, you can go and ask them, when it comes to gifting others, what are you not able to find in this place? What challenges do you face when you go and try to buy a gift from a gift shop? When you ask them, they will actually tell you what is wrong in that area, or what is wrong in the people who are doing doing business in the same area as yours, as the business that you're trying to start. So so when you ask that, they will actually, you ask like 10 or 15 people, they'll actually tell you, like, okay, this is the problem that we are facing, and we don't have access to this and that and everything, right? So note down those points. So once you see a pattern, like when you ask 10-15 people, you'll actually find a pattern that 5 or 6 people actually say the same thing. Oh, I always wanted to gift my friends a cross pen, right? But I wasn't able to find a cross pen in this area at all. Like, I checked all the gift shops in this area, nobody sells a cross pen. So cross is actually a very expensive pen. So they weren't able to find that in that area. So you found your first product that you can sell in your retail shop, right? And in addition to that, what you can do is that you should validate it. Like, many people say different things, but when it comes to spending money, they don't spend. So you validate that idea by actually asking the money, hey, can you prepay for the cross pen? I can get you a cross pen. This is what you want. Can you prepay that? right? Or maybe get a deposit of $10, right? That actually, so the mindset of a spender and you know, just someone who speaks is different. So when you ask for money, that's when their objections come in. So they may not trust you, number one, or they may think that they will say that, oh, I want this type of cross pen. So they actually go detail into the product and then say, does your product really solve this problem, right? Does the cross pen really have a gold tip or gold a cap or whatever, right? So when you ask for money, they go in detail because upfront they will tell you what are the objections. So the real way to find out what really works for a target market is actually to get money from them. This is called validation. So this is the number one step that you need to do to start a business. Okay, I hope it was very concise, and it is a very valuable lesson that I learned from at least 5 different failures that I had before I started this current business. So it's a huge nugget. If I had heard this long back, that would have been like, I don't know whether I would have listened to it, but here I am. Like, this is a tested strategy. So when I started this current business, I didn't say that I didn't spend a single cent or $1 on a website because I wanted to validate it upfront. So I didn't really take it seriously until I got my first paying customer. So once I got my first paying customer, that's when I went full on this, right? So this is a very valuable lesson. So validate your idea or your product that you're going to create before you create it, before you go and sell to the mass market. So this is the number one step that you need to do to start any online business or offline business. Okay, it's a very valuable lesson. If you want to find more about validation and how to discover your market's biggest problems and stuff, you should read the book Ask Method. I gave a small introduction in episode 2. You can go back to episode 2 and check. Just search for Ask Mzee, hashtag Ask Mzee. On Facebook, you will be able to find episode 02, where I talk about 3 books that are important for you to start a business. So one of the books that I spoke about is Ask Method, right? So Ask book by Ryan Levick. You need to go and read that book in order to really discover your product from your market's mouth. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna have my naan and mutton keema and chicken tikka. So my favorites. So I'm here with my friend, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't make it to the live today because my battery is already dying. It's almost like 6%. So if I make it to upload this, then it's well. If not, I'm so sorry. I will upload it tomorrow or later today. So yeah, see you guys for the next show on Monday, 8:30 p.m. Singapore time, 6 p.m. India time, 8:30 a.m. New York time, or 1:30 p.m. London time. Ciao. See you.